Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to race number 8 of the Season 6 Mountain Dew Voltage Cup Series. We are here at Milwaukee, the Milwaukee Mile, for the running of the Snapple 460 laps of racing here on this 1 mile track. It's sure to be a blast. Pit stops are on. They're probably going to have to take one pit stop, maybe two, who knows. So anyway, getting ready for the 8th race of the season. I think we're down, I'm not sure, I forgot to check, but I think we're down to 6, maybe 7 drivers that have made every race this season since Keith Rich did not make the race. Anyway, your starting top 10 lineup. We got Peter Sands, last week's winner, with Cameron Gaddu on row 1. Michael Amato, Michael Naylor, row 2. Naylor won his heat race. Dylan Young and Andrew Rich in row 3. Kate Rogers, Chloe Baker, row 4, with Logan York and Steve Cavallo in row 5. So with that said, getting ready for the 8th race of the season. Will we see an 8th different winner, or will we see our first-time, two-time winner? Green flag is out here at Milwaukee. Also, we saw a tiny wreck in the second heat race. Could they wreck here today, causing a caution? Michael Amato giving buddy Peter Sands a huge push here. As the first lap will be complete, Peter Sands holds on to the lead. Michael Amato trying to get second from Cameron Gaddu. And he clears Cameron Gaddu entering turn 3. Amato, remember, hasn't won since season 1. As now Cameron Gaddu is stuck 3 wide, and 3 wide can be a bad thing here. Oh, there they go! Huge crash on the front straightaway. Cameron Gaddu, Dylan Young involved. Kate Rogers with damage. Andrew Rich might have some damage. Tori Travis slowing down. Oh, no. They're trying to sort it out. Come on, guys. Come on. Hurry up. Hurry up. Oh, watch out, Peter. Slam the brakes. Slam the brakes. Oh, that's never going to work. I'm going to wait for everybody to pass by. Oh, James Morton's going to get in the back of the 40. Michael Rogers has back end damage, so they all get by the pace car. Pit road is open. No takers. Michael Amato's got rear end damage. Or are we having the stupid glitch thing again? I have no idea. Let's just take a look and see what caused the caution. So this clearly started when Cameron Gaddu got pushed 3 wide. You're going to see Naylor is coming off the turn in the middle, and they just squeeze a bit too much. 39 gets in the 1. That gets barely into Dylan Young. And he didn't get in. If Dylan Young was just a little 2 inches ahead, that wouldn't have happened. But you see 39 in the 1 all spin out. Cameron Gaddu's around. Andrew Rich collects the 12. Sam Rogers is going to hit Kate Rogers. And everybody else, I think, was just stacking up. Look at them stack up back here. It's just a massive stack up. They all managed to slam the brakes pretty good. And then they had to figure out who got across the line when, which was definitely fun. But Amato had no back end damage. So let's see if this was a glitch or not. Yeah, it's just a glitch. Alright, with that, let's get back to live action. Getting ready to go back racing here. Nobody retired from the race. When the single file restarting order, hopefully they can go green flag from here on out. Top 10 rundown. Peter Sands in the lead. Michael Amato second. Steve Cavallo third. Logan York fourth. Chloe Baker fifth. Michael Naylor 6th, Tori Travis 7th, Phil Tringali 8th, Cameron Gadoo 9th, and Zachary Fitzwater is 10th. Green flag is out. We are back on the way at Milwaukee. Some drivers making quick moves. Chloe Baker going for 4th here on Logan York. Michael Naylor going by for 5th. These being your top 3 drivers right now. Cavallo looking for his first win since Season 3. Amato's first win since Season 1. And Sands looking to go back-to-back, which would be also his 2nd career victory. But remember, these guys will have to pit, and that will definitely decide who gets out when and whatnot. We noticed Phoenix pitting later worked out better because you had slightly fresher tires. And it will be about the same thing. They'll have under 10 to go when they come out of pit road and complete the cycle. Mike Mellon coming by now for 8th place, as Logan York and Zachary Fitzwater just not picking up any ground. So we look in the back here. Other drivers trying to gain ground. Sam Rogers, Andrew Rich, slower than the others. And that's going to hurt Andrew Rich's day. But there's your top 5. Naylor, a heat race winner. Might be trying to do what Tony Green did at Pensacola, win your heat and the race. The fact that it happened at Pensacola first, I find funny because that's a super speedway. Oh, what the heck? Lagging a little bit here. Time to turn the fan on, I guess. The fan I have near my window. It's kind of cool this morning, though. Nope, I thought I saw a light for whatever reason. Oh, they're 3 wide again. This time it's Scott Creaney. Oh, I'm not liking this. And they're still slightly 3 wide. But they're gonna save it here. Except Vieira's in the middle, 3 wide. Oh boy. That's going to get the 78 loose. Oh, just back off, Greeny. Back off. It's not worth wrecking. And he finally clears them, so they're back to 2 wide there. Logan York has fallen out at the top 10. Nathan Rogers has made it to the top 10. And now Chloe Baker trying to work around Steve Cavallo here. As Sands leads, pulling away now from Amato a little bit. So as they try to get around Cavallo, who apparently is slower than them. Let's see if we got any other action going on anywhere else. Dylan Young and Edwin Mendez fighting for position here. That's for 32nd, I believe. Indeed it is. But besides that, Michael Rogers and Scott Greeny, there's not really any battling going on, but there might be when they catch Andrew Rich. And by the way, we're going to take a quick break here. We're at the third way mark. Be back shortly. Back here at Milwaukee, and I just saw this. Chloe Baker finally to the bottom of Steve Cavallo. Mike Mellon has made it by Torrey Travis, and by the way, that's just a damage glitch because some drivers have back end damage. I don't know why it does that. Mellon by into 7th, and now Cavallo going to lose spots here as Baker goes by for 3rd. Naylor's going to go by for 4th probably here. And now Philip Tringali has been pushed up high. Mike Mellon's probably looking for spots here too. So Baker back in the clear. Going to start hunting down the race leaders. Zamato has started closing in on Peter Sands. Andrew Rich still probably 10 or so laps away. But Sands trying to go back to back. First time in his career, maybe trying to pull a Peyton Goodwin here. If he's lucky, he might have a shot at going 3 straight. Nobody's done that except Peyton Goodwin. And I'm sure these guys will have to pit in, I don't know if they want to pit at lap 30 just so they know they can make it or what they're going to do. If they don't want to take any chances or not. I'm guessing they would try to come in around lap 40. Never mind, we got a caution. Backstretch. Oh, James Morton's got heavy damage. Benjamin Dion, Nathan Rogers, Brandon Millen, Tony Green upside down, Austin Alves, Michael Santos. And they're still wrecking. Zachary Rogers, Kate Rogers, Caleb Hoffman. Drivers are going in pit road to avoid. Huge, huge, huge crash here on lap 24. Will that bring the other drivers down pit road? They can probably make it from here. And it will. We're going to see pit stops here on the caution. By the way, that is again just a damage glitch. But let's see what caused the second caution of the night. Huge crash here at Milwaukee. This is just another case of racing 3 wide. Tilton is already turning Nathan Rogers at this point. And gets into the 42, gets into the 83. And just look at this. As the 8 bounces off at the right spot into the 83. And the 83 is going to flip over here. You see Tilton getting involved. There's Nathan Rogers getting hit by Austin Alves. Brandon Mellon, Kerry Davis getting involved. And it is just on from here. You see Karen Vieira's going to just hit the 83. Austin Alves, Colby Alves. Oh, Zachary Rogers had nowhere to go. He was trying to go high to avoid it. Oh, man, does he hit the 83 back over. Oh, and what is this? Let's take this look back here. Nathan Rogers. Oh, he got slammed by Dion and James Morton, and that flips him over. There's Kevin Peeler getting a piece. This is just one of the... Oh, there's Tony Vieira hits the back of the 19. Just a huge, huge, huge crash. We saw other drivers starting to get involved here as well. We saw Austin Alves, and this is where it gets worse. You see Santos is going to get turned by Zachary Rogers here. You see Nico's going to pit, and then he comes down into Edwin Mendez, and that's going to turn them around into the inside wall, and what comes down must come back up. Rogers gets slammed by Caleb Hoffman, who had nowhere to go, and then Kate Rogers nowhere to go. Michael Rogers is just going to get clipped. Scott Greeny gets damage. Just a huge wreck here on lap 24. Sam Rogers with more damage. That is just nuts. We got to go on board with some drivers here. First, we're on board with Zachary Rogers. Just trying to make it by, but that 83 sliding back up the track on its roof. And then, oh, comes back down into Santos for whatever reason. And then he's down into the 4 of Edwin Mendez. And he brings it to pit road to end his day. On board with Tony Green. Wow, that is a horrifying ride for the rookie. Final on board with Nathan Rogers. Terrible crash here at Milwaukee. Let's get you back to the restart. Getting ready to go back racing here at Milwaukee. And we have a lot of people out. Caleb Hoffman, Tony Vieira, Michael Santos, Edwin Mendez, James Morton, Zachary Rogers, Nathan Rogers, Tony Green, Benjamin Dion, Kate Rogers, Austin Alves, and Brandon Mellon. Nico Tringali a lap down. Colby Alves is on the tail end of the lead lap because he pit when he had the damage. And then he came out behind the pace car. So he's on the tail end of the lead lap. So your current race leader after pit stops is Chloe Baker. Peter Sands second, Michael Amato third, Michael Naylor fourth, then Mike Mellon fifth, Steve Cavallo sixth, Torrey Travis seventh, Zachary Fitzwater eighth, Philip Tringali ninth, and Michael Beeson 10th. So this is the true race leader here. And how about Andrew Rich? You must be happy you were so far behind because now you're up to 26, man. Woo! That is luck. But I'm wondering if the 25 is faster. Can Chloe Baker? Yep, Baker's going to jump straight to the bottom. Sands is going to get stuck on the outside. Amato's coming down on the bottom too here with the 02 car. So Peter Sands is going to lose a lot of track position getting stuck behind the 88. But Chloe Baker in the race lead here as we approach the halfway mark. And they could wreck again based on that last one. It will just take some time probably. So Amato buying the second, Naylor third, Mike Mellon fourth, Cavallo's fifth. Then Torrey Travis, Zachary Fitzwater, Philip Tringali, Peter Sands, and Michael Beeson. As we look for other drivers that are slow from these wrecks, Sam Rogers, Scott Greeny, Andrew Rich. And Amato down low to pass Chloe Baker. He must have really got into him good because Baker is way off now. And Amato to the race lead. But Naylor is coming, and Mike Mellon has had a really good car today. But Amato knows it's time for that fifth win. He just wants it. He wants it so bad. He looks like he's pulling away from Michael Naylor. He is slightly. As we look back in the pack, Colby Alves now being cleared. But how much did Peter Sands suffer? Well, I can't even find him. There he is. He's down to 18th. Wow, that is a terrible break for him. He's got the car. He could probably slowly work his way back up. But if he's lucky, he'll get a top 10 finish. Torrey Travis is up to 5th. Zachary Fitzwater 6th. Naylor getting passed now, so Mike Mellon will go up to second and Carvalho will go up to third. Wondering if these drivers made the right call with some pit strategy, as Mellon and Carvalho have the second and third fastest laps. Torrey Travis has the fastest, and those three are the only ones under a 27.2, though it's not by much. But Torrey Travis in fifth, trying the race towards the front here, as we have 25 laps to go here at Milwaukee. Mike Mellon not gaining any ground that lap. Might have used up his tires a bit. Might be in conservation mode. Who knows? Amato still gaining ground. But you got to remember, these lap down cars could definitely come into play. Colby Alves seems to have the same speed as Andrew Rich. And what if they wreck again? It's definitely possible looking back here. But Peter Sands is definitely on a mission. He's up to 14th. Back when we saw him down to 14th. So Peter Sands clearly has a good car, and he is trying to work his way back up to maybe a top 10 place run. So all these cars are faster than Torrey Travis that last lap, but now they are not running as fast as you'd think. Carvalho trying to help hunt down his teammate. As they hunt down a little bit that time. Beeson looking underneath Philip Tringali, and there he goes looking for 7th place. I don't know if that was the right spot to look for a pass, as Tringali gets that slight outside run, which will keep him in 7th. As now Pericles has fallen down to 13th. Karen Vieira up to 12th. As Rich comes off the start-finish line. They're basically entering turns 1 and 3 at the same time. Carvalho making a pass for 2nd place. He is by Mike Mellon. And it's Hendrick 1-2 at the top. Two of the best drivers in the sport. Amato with that season 1 championship, 4-win season. Carvalho, 2 3-win seasons back-to-back in the first 2 seasons. Won his 7th race back in season 3. Has not won since. So both drivers from Hendrick that are on a winless streak right now. Carvalho looks like he might have a good car if he can hunt down his teammate Michael Amato. Karen Vieira's got a really good car too. She could be looking for a top 10 run here tonight. As the position swapping back here continues. Andrew Rich. I think he finds it funny. He's behind the 25 and the 88, and yet he is ahead. He is ahead of them on position. And I think these guys will definitely catch Andrew Rich at some point if a caution does not come out. So we're going to take a quick break here and be back for more racing action. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 15 laps to go, technically 14 and a half right now. Amato gaining huge ground on Steve Carvalho that last lap. As now Torrey Travis has finally been able to catch up to Michael Naylor, looking for that pass. Take 4th place. As these other drivers behind will as well. And Karen Vieira has moved up to 11th. Pericles 12th. Brenda Rogers has come into the mix. Kerry Davis, he's not doing that good right now. He's falling back. Peter Sands is going to try to take 14th back, as it seems Brenda Rogers has had a good car catching up to these drivers. Now Carvalho gaining ground These last 2 laps, he's gained huge ground on Amato. Amato, I don't know if he used up his tires or not. But Carvalho is now starting to catch up here, and there'll be 12 laps to go at the line. Mike Mellon's gaining some ground with him. As now Naylor has fallen to 5th. Amato runs a better lap this time, though. Knows the heat came on, and he brought it back, gained back some of that ground. As he's going to catch Andrew Rich probably with like 5 to go or something like that. Gaining more ground this past lap. Tori Travis pulling away from the drivers behind her. As now Karen Vieira moves into 10th, passing Ace Rogers. Pericles is going to move into 11th. Brenda Rogers and Peter Sands might be looking for spots here too. Some drivers that might have gone with pit strategy now starting to lose ground. But Karen Vieira on a mission trying to get a good top 10 run here. 9 laps to go. Amato continuing to increase the distance between him and teammate Carvalho. Peter Sands now moved up to 13th as Ace Rogers falls back. And Amato is about to catch Andrew Rich. Karen Vieira trying to work on Logan York. As Andrew Rich enters the corner here. Corner there. About 4 seconds later is when Amato hits the corner. 7 laps to go. It's been so long for Michael Amato. Over 100 plus races. Will he finally see this 5th career victory in victory lane? And he is up there in points despite not making a race or 2. So this will definitely help him into the chase standings. 6 laps to go. He's about to catch Andrew Rich. Possibly this lap. That distance is not shrinking or getting bigger really between him and Carvalho. Carvalho keeping the distance the same as he started to pull away from Mike Mellon now. Now Philip Tringali going for 7th. Karen Vieira going for 9th. And these guys could have a good shot at maybe a top 10 finish. Pericles going to move into 10th here. And with Fitzwater up high, that could get interesting. But first we got to see with 5 laps to go, Michael Amato is going to catch Andrew Rich. And here we go. We can see he's faster. He's going to shoot right up on him here on the front straightaway, coming to 4 to go. 4 laps to go for Michael Amato. And he's going to get by Andrew Rich, no problem. Oh, he's side by side here. But he'll get by him and no problem at all. I don't know if he'll catch the 88. As Carvalho is now clearly pulling away from Mike Mellon. Tringali up to 7th. Karen Vieira has moved up to 8th. And now Peter Sands back up to 12th. Three laps to go for Michael Amato. Carvalho gained ground that time on him because he had to deal with Andrew Rich, but Carvalho's going to have to do the same. Right here comes Carvalho. And he has a bit more of an edge on Andrew Rich, so he'll clear him a little faster. 2 laps to go for Michael Amato, though. He's got clear sailing ahead of him. Season 1 was his last win. He won 4 races that season. He won the championship. Season 2, downright terrible. Last in points. Season 3, we saw that edge come back a little bit. Season 4, he was even better. Last season did not make the chase. Still had some opportunities to win. Now this season he's been doing just perfect. He's had chances to win at almost every race. But now coming into turn 3 here at Milwaukee. Coming out of turn 4. He will end the winless streak. Michael NAMAR wins the Snapple 400 at Milwaukee. The streak is over. The Season 1 champion has finally broke the curse. Steve Cavallo 2nd, Mike Mellon 3rd, Michael Beeson up to 4th, Torrey Travis 5th, Michael Naylor 6th, Karen Vieira 7th, Zachary Fitzwater 8th, Brenda Rogers 9th, and Peter Sands gets back into the top 10 after restarting 18th or 20th or whatever. Oh, he restarted 2nd and he fell to 18th. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's race. We're heading to Bristol Dirt next week, baby. The first dirt track race of the season. That'll be something to watch. Details on that when we get to it. See you guys for that race.